Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. On the Rams sideline is Sean McVay. His team making the long flight, always difficult to play the 1 o'clock Eastern game when a West Coast team feels like it's 10 a.m. on their body clock. On the other side, it is the head coach of the Eagles. His guys also come in 0-2, and history tells us the prospect of making the playoffs after starting 0-3 are very dim. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56, the #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. But when you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standard. And if it's any indication of how today is going to go, I think we're in for a treat. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So fourth down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop, now his 6th season in the NFL.
As you watch the tape from last week, it really just came down to decision-making. Just too often he made the wrong throw, the wrong read, the wrong decision, and it ended up costing his team pretty heavily. So it gets back to the basics. Just trust your eyes. Take what the defense is giving you. You don't have to force things. As the game goes on, those opportunities to attack, they'll present themselves.
He's close to a first down. The gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. A run with Barkley.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Moving left. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
From the 21, here's second down and 6.
Second down at the 21-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the Rams' 7-yard line.
Again, Hurts. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take this down to the 2. But a good tackle there. Going to set up third and goal.
Gain of 5 yards brings up third and goal.
Barkley. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter as they think about what they want to do here on 4th and goal. Hurts. And this will pay off. It is caught. Grant Carpentera. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
And now, after that opening touchdown, the offense is going to stay out and go for 2.
The Eagles will set up for the 2.
Throwing is Hurts. And he will take it in and tack on the 2 points to make it 8-0.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
Rams offense going to take over now for the second time. Hey, Greg, no one better than you to talk about the rookie crop of tight ends, especially at the top. A couple of guys who have Midwest ties, played in the Big Ten, now find themselves in the Midwest, especially Colston Loveland, who's a Chicago Bear tight end.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Mike, when I watch Loveland play, when you look back and watch his tape from Michigan, there's 2 guys that play tight in the NFL. Here's the guy that you have to script open. He's going to catch flat routes and naked routes, and he's going to catch the easy ones, and he'll run after and get what he can. And then there's the guys, Mike, that get themselves open. They can win third down one-on-ones. They can win versus press. They can win routes downfield versus defensive backs, not just linebackers. When I watch Colston Loveland, that's the guy I see.
And another one out of the Big Ten, Tyler Warren from Penn State. He goes to Indianapolis.
Yeah, and he's a little more of a throwback, right? He can play a little quarterback, he can play H-back, he can put his hand on the ground. He's still good enough and athletic enough to play in space. When you look at what Penn State did with him, there wasn't a position on the field, including center, that he didn't play. So he's a really big, physical, run after catch. I think he's a good fit because remember, in Indy, that Shane Steichen offense, they're going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to get downhill with the run game, offensive line. So I think it's a good fit because he's very talented in the passing game, but he's going to keep teams honest with his ability to still contribute on all 3 downs.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule and the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember were a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball to the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. That's the safety, Cameron Curl. And his guys are going to be set up with a short field as they look to draw closer and perhaps draw even in this one. On the give, it's Williams. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. 17 yards on that play. First down, LA.
First down, Rams.
It's another run here for Williams. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain. I think if you're willing to throw it there, it tells us everything we need to know about the decision coming up here on 4th down. He didn't have anything available, threw it away, and I think in this part of the field, you got to really think hard about going for it.
On 4th down. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Greg, I know you're passionate about this, the change in the evolution of the NFL the last decade, the willingness to go for it even more often now on 4th down, as we've seen here.
Yeah, I think teams just continue to understand the NFL is not about yards, it's not about time of possession, it's about generating big plays, and it's about maximizing every position you have and sustaining the ball. So when you get opportunities at certain down and distances, at certain parts of the field, to use that extra down, it changes everything. And the last thing I'll say, Mike, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. You don't decide to go for it on fourth down, or at least I'll say the good teams don't decide to go for it on fourth down. They knew they were going for it on fourth down 3 plays ago. They knew on 1st and 10, this was 4-down territory. So 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, the play caller is using that information to say, if I need 4th down, I had it. So I don't need to get it all on 2nd, all on 3rd. So it changes the philosophy and the flow of the play caller, and that players are a lot more comfortable nowadays being in these situations.
2nd down throw for Hurts. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Hurts working in the pistol. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. A pistol snap back to Hurts. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
To the goal line and in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles will take a 15-0 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Stafford now on 1st down. Yeah! And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports halftime
Our
report.
trip around the NFL starts now. We begin in Western New York. The Bills at home for an AFC East battle with the Miami Dolphins. And it's the big man, Josh Allen. Can't find an open receiver, so he tucks it, and he's gonna go, and go, and go! The Bills are back in the win column. They move to 2-1 with a Week 3 victory. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars as they host the Houston Texans. And it's the former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. He gets this one complete, 6-yard touchdown pass. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And it's a man who had a real nice season last year, Chuba Hubbard. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. This is taken in at the goal line. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Hurts to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Puna 4 in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. 3rd and long for Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nathan Landman. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down.
Now Hurts. That's complete to Smith. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Hurts. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And he is very close to the 1st down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. They're indeed going. It's Hurts. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the Eagles 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
It do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert it.
A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 9. Now it's Hurts. Now quick throw taken in by Brown. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it third and 2.
Now Hurts. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. Fourth quarter starts, and it's a run for Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
They need one right now. Third and long. From the gun, here in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Nolan Smith, he gets there for the sack, setting up fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Rams punting unit coming out. They forced a punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Here comes Jackson on the return. And Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Eagles offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for an Eagles.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Give up the middle to the big back, Dillon. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second down and 3. The middle with Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. They'll drop to throw. That's to the left side in the hands of Bryant. Whistles here with another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Only need a yard, and it's fourth down. To throw, Hurts. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out, and it results in a turnover on down. They put Adams in motion. Here's Williams. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. Caught by Nakua on the out route. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Throw on third down, Stafford. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down. As this defense can't come up with the play they need, they surrender a gain of 17 on fourth down. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. Here is second and 7.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down.
He'll get up and clock it, and does it with just a little over 40 seconds to play. The Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before third down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
And the Rams first
They'll
down.
run up and clock it a little over 30 seconds, all that is left. They'll come up now for second down. The motion man is Nakua. Second down, it's Stafford. The Rams use their third and final timeout, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Stafford to throw again. Right side, complete to Nakua. To the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. Here we go, first and goal. Again, it's Stafford. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
This crowd doing everything they can before third and goal. Now Stafford on third and goal. Nakua pulls it in. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts.
A 3-yard gain brings up fourth down. And
So it's a win here for the Eagles. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. And are going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.
Fall is in the air and not a moment too soon. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 3. Lots to get to. We'll start in Philadelphia. The Eagles at home to take on the Los Angeles Rams. And it's the Eagles' defense that comes up with the big play here. They force the interception. They've got room. They're taking it all the way. Pick 6 for the touchdown. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And it's the veteran Adam Thielen. Mark it down as a 65-yard touchdown catch. The Panthers are off to a 3-0 start as they get the victory. Lastly, we head out to SoFi Stadium. It's the Chargers hosting the Denver Broncos. And it's a guy who finished with 23 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions last year, Justin Herbert. One of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Chargers have now won 2 in a row after losing the opener. They get the victory here. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.